Good morning. So I just wanted to take a minute, you guys, to touch on the importance of belief systems again, because I want you guys to truly understand this concept. When you attain a certain frequency, particularly I'm going to say 18 frequency, but you can even see it earlier. You can even start to see it earlier, but not really. Like, truly understanding the nature of creation, the nature of programming is truly an 18 frequency. So at the tail end of 17, you might start to see it. When you truly step into 18 frequency, you are going to start to understand the power that is belief systems, because it's correlated with the realm of creation. And when you are truly a channel for this kind of energy, and you're able to create your own, or you're able to start to see the creations of others and all these things that I would like to call air systems, right? Communication, belief. You'll start to understand just how much of an influence these systems have on people, how they're oriented toward themselves, how they're oriented toward the world, how they're oriented toward each other, what they believe about themselves, in other words, what they believe about the world, what they believe about others, how they relate to others, right? This is two energy. But the perspective that's truly held relative to this two energy is four, right? And we have, the acquiring of new information, insights, right? Recognizing symbolism, being able to discern or decipher that symbolism, four, right? These are very powerful things. And it's interesting because a lot of practices or belief systems that society may deem as unacceptable, too dark, right? The Hollywood scene gets a lot of this, right? A lot of this. And then if you truly understand and you pay attention, then you know that a lot of these rituals are based on ancient rites. These are ancient practices, right? If you look into ancient belief systems, you're going to see sex magic everywhere. And why? Because the most physically oriented interpretation of the creation process is through human genitalia, is the sex act. So in speaking of this concept in general, right, belief system, and what a belief system is, it is a system, it is an air system. And when you are channeling your ability as a creator through a certain belief system, yes, it creates your reality. This is how you perceive the world. If you think A plus B allows you to do C, that's how you see the world. You're channeling your own magic through the filter of this certain belief system. So there is no just one way to do anything, you guys. You are a computer. So when you download and you accept a belief system, there can be negative effects to that. Because depending on how balanced this belief system is, depending on how high frequency and connected to source that belief system is, it matters, you guys. You choose how to channel your magic. And make sure that you're not channeling it in ways that are separate from source, that cause you to feel weakened, that cause you to feel dissociated, detached, imbalanced. If that is how you're feeling and you're practicing spiritual arts or methods, you need to be honest with yourself about that. Because when I see someone that's a promoter of a certain practice and they just look depleted and like vampiric, what? No, not a belief system of mine. If I look at a belief system and its followers are oriented toward themselves in a way, they call themselves negative things, they identify with their worst chapter, instead of allowing energies for their future to take over, and things like that. And just the self-orientation. If the self-orientation is off, causing you to speak lowly of yourself, causing you to bind yourself to lower frequencies, not a belief system of mine, and nothing I will ever condone. So I'm only going to ever condone belief systems that can help you ascend, that can help you attain enlightenment. If I see a belief system that demonizes the darkness so much that its followers condemn it and distance themselves from it, no longer allowing themselves a space to hone their own internal darkness, and this is why oftentimes they may be walking around quite toxic. No belief system of mine. If I see a belief system that allows its followers to create an incredibly peaceful persona through the use of meditation, and yet is also asking that they just release negative emotion without teaching them where the emotion is coming from, how to tend to the wound causing the emotion, or understanding energetic pathways that are the pathway itself for these kinds of uncomfortable dark energies, no belief system of mine. Okay, so when I say find a balanced belief system that's fully fleshed out, and I'm biased because I've created one, I'm serious. Because, for example, these Wiccan practices or magic rituals that make you want to do a million things to exert your will or feel protected, or no belief system of mine. So when I tell you, my loves, be mindful of what you feed your computer, because it truly becomes your magic, and the magic you're able to see around you. But it can also be damaging and lead to the lack of your own light and the lack of your own magic.